Welcome to our video on ECG changes in hypercalcemia versus hypocalcemia. In this insightful presentation, we will delve into the intriguing realm of calcium imbalances and their effects on cardiac electrical activity. Let's embark on this educational adventure together. Hypercalcemia and hypocalcemia are two conditions that affect the levels of calcium in the blood. They can have significant effects on cardiac electrical activity, which can be observed through electrocardiogram changes. Let's explore the ECG changes associated with each condition. Hypercalcemia refers to elevated levels of calcium in the blood. ECG changes in hypercalcemia may include shortened QT interval. One of the characteristic ECG findings in hypercalcemia is a shortened QT interval. The QT interval represents the time it takes for both ventricular depolarization and repolarization to occur. In hypercalcemia, the shortened QT interval may be due to accelerated repolarization. In hypercalcemia, an important ECG change can be observed in the ST segment. The ST segment, which serves as the connection between the QRS complex and the T wave, may become shortened or even completely absent. This alteration in the ST segment is a notable finding associated with hypercalcemia. In rare cases of severe hypercalcemia, some elevations with J-point elevations can also be seen on the ECG. Hypercalcemia can also predispose individuals to arrhythmias, such as atrial fibrillation or ventricular ectopy. Hypocalcemia refers to low levels of calcium in the blood. ECG changes in hypocalcemia may include prolonged QT interval. One of the hallmark ECG findings in hypocalcemia is a prolonged QT interval. This can occur due to delayed repolarization of the ventricles. In cases of hypocalcemia, an important ECG change that may be observed is the prolongation of the ST segment. The ST segment connecting the QRS complex to the T wave can become prolonged in hypocalcemia. This notable finding is associated with the impact of low calcium levels on the cardiac electrical activity. In severe cases of hypocalcemia, the prolonged QT interval can lead to a specific type of life-threatening arrhythmia called torsades de pointes. It is characterized by a twisting pattern of the QRS complexes around the isoelectric line. These dangerous arrhythmias have the potential to lead to cardiac arrest if left unaddressed. Let's examine this intriguing ECG from a patient who presented with severe hypercalcemia in the context of diabetic ketoacidosis. In this ECG, we observe a notable absence of the ST interval attributed to accelerated repolarization. Additionally, prominent ST elevations with J-point elevations are also evident. These unique findings shed light on the complex interplay between hypercalcemia, diabetic ketoacidosis, and their impact on the cardiac electrical activity. Now let's turn our attention to this intriguing ECG from a patient who developed severe hypocalcemia due to hypoparathyroidism following a thyroidectomy. As we examine the ECG, we can clearly observe significant prolongation of both the ST segment and the QT interval. This prolonged QT interval reaches a corrected value of 500 milliseconds. These distinct ECG changes shed light on the intricate relationship between hypoparathyroidism, hypocalcemia, and the resulting impact on cardiac electrical activity. It's important to note that ECG changes associated with hypercalcemia and hypocalcemia can vary in severity and may not always follow a specific pattern. Additionally, other factors and comorbidities can influence ECG findings. Therefore, clinical correlation and interpretation by a healthcare professional are essential for an accurate diagnosis. Thank you for taking the time to learn with us today. Please share this video with your colleagues, subscribe to our channel, and give us a positive evaluation. We hope to see you soon in our next video.